guys, today I'm going to be doing a review of the KV-1, the Tier 5 Russian heavy tank. It's a very good Tier 5 heavy tank compared to the others. It has 75 millimeters of hull armor and 110 millimeters of turret armor. Oh, you're all probably thinking, that's terrible, 75 millimeters. Well, if you angle this tank, say this way, and you do a lot of side scraping, it's a very good tank. And the sloped armor, very good. And as you can see, I am using the 122 millimeter U11. And, oh, I just unlocked the 85 millimeter. Let's check it out. This is the 85 millimeter. Let me load my ammo for some gameplay for you guys. Now the 85 millimeter has much more penetration because, well, the 122 millimeter U11 is a howitzer, a derp gun, as some people call it. Now the 85 millimeter F30 has 12 rounds a minute, and I have a gun rammer, so that should be 11 rounds a minute. Good rate of fire. 120 to 161 average penetration. That's pretty mediocre, but at least it's better than the T1 Heavy. It has 160 alpha damage. With your heat rounds, you can do at least 280. This vehicle has 1,920 DPM. DPM stands for damage per minute. And I really do like my KV-1 compared to all of the other Tier 5 heavy tanks. It's probably my favorite. Now, I don't have the T1 Heavy yet, but the T1 Heavy gets a pretty bad choice of guns. It gets a 76 millimeter gun. It has more penetration than the KV, which is actually pretty dang surprising. Then you have the German VK3001H. And I didn't even bother going through this thing because you have to play the DW2, the worst tank in the game. And this is the VK3601H. That's also a very good tank. Anyways, back to the KV-1. I'm going to showcase some gameplay for you guys in this Tier 5 Russian heavy tank. It's got at least 10 degrees of gun depression, and this thing is like, say, a T29. It's very good in hull down positions. Alright, Tundra, Tier 6 game. Now 120 millimeters of penetration is more than enough to penetrate your targets. You're going to be facing KV-222s. Speaking of bad grammar. But the KV-222 has an amazing rate of fire. And then that guy probably has a gun rammer. And for those of you who don't know what a gun rammer is, a gun rammer puts 12%, takes away 10% of your reload time. That means it shortens your reload. Very helpful indeed. I'm going to be going to Sector E1. That's where most of the heavy tanks play around. And this thing has 75 millimeters of frontal armor. It's a lot like the Matilda, but a lot faster and with a bigger gun. But the Matilda has more penetration than this gun, 121 compared to 120. Well, yeah, I have trouble believing that this tank has just that much. But the 160 alpha damage really makes up for it. As you can see to that Stug, I did 162 damage. A very high roll. Oh, bless me with Russian accuracy. Dang, missed. Yep, kill number 1 on the enemy Leopard. That guy is not a bad player, and I don't have XVM, but I looked at 267. Bam. 120 pet low roll. Now that guy's having a lot of trouble trying to penetrate me from the rear. It's not too much of a big surprise because that gun is not the best. It's a good 76mm gun. Oh no, P-150. Not good. Now I'm the only real heavy tank that's come over here. Really, I'm the only heavy tank on my team. And the enemy KV-2, which we can see over there, is the only heavy tank on the enemy team. Now this tank is slow. What would you expect? It's a tank destroyer. What is wrong with me? It is a heavy tank, and it's a very good one too. It doesn't have the best penetration. These people are having so much trouble killing this KV-2. Just gotta go in Rambo, you know what I mean? That's what I'm gonna do, because that guy can't pen me. And I probably can't pen him. And all I do is blow bloody cracks up. Don't you hate it when that happens? You have a killing shot, and then you fire, and all it does is blow his tracks off. You have to hate when that happens. You're like, oh, come on, I could have gotten a kill. I mean, that happens to me all of the time, I swear. What kind of thing? Alright, kill number 2. And the Panzer 4H gets a very big derp gun too, but it doesn't have the same pen as this very lovely 100. Sorry, 85mm gun. I was about to say 152mm gun. Yeah, that'd be insane. A KV-2 with tier 5. Alright. That's from M4257. That's the tier 6 Swedish premium tank destroyer. What is wrong with me? That's the tier 6 premium medium. It's a good medium too. No doubt about that. Alright, we're capping. Is the enemy gonna come and reset? It's a fair fight. And there's the slip song. Now, I haven't had a single hit point taken away from this. Or I've been hit quite a lot. Well, not quite a lot. Only found 225 damage. I mean, I'm not saying that's bad, because it's good. Oh, Panzer 4H. And I missed. Hellcat gets him. Alright. And we win by cap. Not exciting gameplay. It wasn't the best replay that you ever gotten out of me, but I got quite a bit of. Oh, I only got 1 medal. I got a 3rd class. Not a bad battle. And it's not a bad heavy tank either. It's really, really good. Now let's have another game. And there's another tier 5 Russian heavy tank. That's called the KV-1S or IS. That's on the enemy team. Now that thing can fit a very nasty 122mm derp gun. I have the 85. Maybe I can form a platoon with them. But anyways, that thing gets a very nasty derp gun as the KV-1, but it's faster. Doesn't have nearly as much armor, but it's faster. We are on El Haloof, and it is a tier 6 game once again. Hate this map. I'm not in a tank destroyer. The tank destroyers have the most amazing games on this map. They just sit there and camp, and they like get millions of one-shot kills and all of that kind of stuff. I had an amazing game in my SU-100 a couple days ago when I was driving on this map. 122mm gun. And it's a big gun on a great tier 6 tank destroyer, also Russian. And I got 14 kills. That was the best game I had ever played. Ever. Well, and you showcased it, Turbo Park it. Well, I accidentally deleted it. Anyways, back to the KV-1. I'm going to go up to Sector A1. Good place for this tank to be. Like I said, this thing is not the fastest. Now, would I recommend buying this tank? Well, it's very easy to grind to it. Because you have two very good tanks to get to this very good Tier 6 heavy tank. You go from the T26 to the T46. You get a very lovely gun on that. I think it's a 57mm with 110 damage. No, that's not that good. Well, for a Tier 3, that's pretty dang amazing. Then you go to the T28. That thing has the exact same gun that's on the T34. The Tier 5. Oh, 140. Ah, no roll. He misses. Oh no, that wasn't the ARL. Alright. Well, at least he didn't damage half of my mod. He only got my fuel. Hey, Mr. M6, have you heard that most of your armor is in the front of the tank? Look at this mad fool. Look, he's screwed. I was gonna try and help him until he made the stupidest decision known to man. Alright, side scraping. Like I said, this tank was born to side scrape. And I can't get my gun all the way out. These people keep falling for it. Look at it. And they keep falling for it. Now, if one pops over this corner, I'm going to give them a very deadly surprise. They don't seem to be falling for it anymore. Alright, DK, get into my view. I can see any of them. Look at that. What are they falling for? You're not supposed to be shooting me. I'm side. Do they even realize that I'm side scraping? Just keeping me trapped, didn't they? Oh goodness gracious me. Oh, I gotta go back and defend the calf. This guy stopped shooting at me. He's done? I don't think he's done. Alright, I have to go back and defend the base. We are losing. Yeah, we are losing very, very, very bad. Now, if I know the enemy team, it might be no cap kill all, but it's probably going to be cap no kill all. Oh, goodness. Alright. I think they're all going to be coming for me. If they queue cap, well, if they come over here, I will be here to give them a very, very unpleasant surprise. Yep, they're gonna cap. I've got 1 minute and 30 still. That's a going well. Oh no, wrong decision. I didn't see this going well. Alright, this is not good. Oh no. Now that's just the holy grail of this tank. It has very bad turret traverse. If you get light tanks around it, there's no way you can outmaneuver them. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope that when you buy this tank, or if you do, I have told you how to take them out effectively. I hope you have fun when you drive in this tank, and see you next time in World of Tanks.